say only like the one by the tree was the one gut punch.
Yeah, one by the tree was the gut punch, and then there was one where you started to kind of like it was like a happy cry kind of, but tears didn't really like form as hard for me, but I could see it. I could see that happening with a lot of the people.
Yeah, because you're just a man. You don't cry.
That's what I tell myself in the mirror, at least.
Hear ye, and welcome to Royal Geek Podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Rollison, also known as T-Roll. And tonight, I am joined by my very good friends. First of all, we have Justin Sandoval, a.k.a. Sandy. We also have Anthony Amato, who we like to call Tomatao. And, of course, the landlord, Jordan Mosley, in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for Trial by Tomato, movie number 9 of Season 1. And, of course, it's one of the big ones, Toy Story 5. Boys, how we feeling? We ready to rock and roll? You excited?
Absolutely, man.
Definitely.
How can you not be? It's Toy Story. Toy Story. Come on.
For us, the penultimate holds a special place in our hearts.
That is true. Yeah, penultimate of Season 1 for Trial by Tomato.
Trial by Tomato is truly going to infinity and beyond, boys. Are you ready to rock and roll?
Oh, absolutely.
Let's do it, baby.
All right, so here's where we are at after 9 movies. Remember, there are 10, so we have one more to go. After 9 movies, if we flash back to when we first set the line through all of Jordan's wizardry and AI integration, the line was set at 92.5. A very, if I think back, boys, that might be the highest line we had on Season 1. I'd have to look back at that.
I think it is.
It's got to be, right? 92.5. So it's set at 92.5 with great respect to the entire Toy Story franchise, obviously. And, of course, the critic score on Rotten Tomatoes at time of recording, wouldn't you know it, 93.
Man.
Oh, boy.
Talk about a freaking line right there, huh?
Bro,
Well,
that is gorgeous. So gorgeous, man. We had a good, nearly even split between all of our listeners. Everyone who's playing who went over and under is pretty close. A slight bit of people went more people went under. As for the 4 of us, your wonderful, lovely, amazing World Geek Podcast host, all 4 of us. Oh, excuse me, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Let me go back. Yes, all 4 of us went over. So good job, boys.
There you go. Just take it. There you go.
Round of applause for yourselves. Everybody went over. Looks like 3 of us had the same exact score at 95. That'd be me, Shamato, and Jordan. Sandy went 96, so he was a little higher.
what a loser.
Loser.
Wow.
And honestly, that's the thing. This game is so unique that when Justin was only 1 point off, but he fell below us, all of us, because of that. So the margins
Him and Shimano last week were like,
I think we were tied.
yeah, tied, like dead even.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
Just that 1 point.
Amazing. I do need to say, shameless plug for myself. I am now in 3rd place. I'm on the podium, boys.
How did that happen?
Because I'm the frickin' man, brother. That's how.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Jordan.
You watched the movie, that's why.
Yeah, because I love Toy Story. Meanwhile, Jordan down in 12th, Shamato in 15th, and of course, of the 4 of us, Sandy at the very bottom. Although there are others below him, we won't shout their names out as to embarrass them. But we got to give a special shout out once again to the man who continues to ride the top of the mountain, Daquan. Last week, he finally showed that he was mortal. He missed a movie. He got it wrong on Disclosure Day, but he comes back this week. Not only did he get it right, not only did he go over, but of course, wouldn't you know it, like a true champion would, he becomes our 4th tomato sniper. He got the exact score correct. So the literal, soon-to-be champion, unless something crazy happens in the last movie, Daquan just on top again. And this time, truly flexing his muscles, the 4th tomato sniper. How are we feeling about that?
Man, 4. It's almost halfway. We're almost halfway. I didn't expect that tomato sniper to be the odds that in that favor.
That high. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is like Daquan on that Derrick Henry run where he's just like stiff arming people for that like 80-yard run he had. This is like This is like that to cap off his season.
Dude, no doubt. He has gone 8 of 9. He's sitting at 71 points in first place. I will say I'm in third place with 55 points. Okay, so there's a large gap between he and I, between first and third. But Peter Johnson, the only guy that I think really does have a chance, I would probably need like a tomato sniper in the last movie, and he would need to miss it. Peter Johnson's only 5 points behind, okay? So Peter Johnson has just been chopping wood. He's just been keeping it close. He's right there in second. Daquan is at the top. Peter's in second. I am in third. And yeah, Will Mosley, Richie Valdez, Kyle Horton, Leo King, Jakari, Stephen Cummings, and Josh Brown to round out the top 10. So that's where we stand at the end of movie number 9, week 9. Again, we have one more to go. It will be next week here on the Royal Geek Podcast. We will be discussing the finale of Trial by Tomato as we review Supergirl. All right. So y'all get excited for that. Anyways, anything else you guys had to say? Not necessarily about the movie just yet, but about Trial by Tomato.
Yeah, I mean, we're on movie 9 already, and next week is the conclusion. And we already have live right now, trialbytomato.com. If you want to go ahead and sign up and register for season 2, you can just head to trialbytomato.com and sign up with your Google account, obviously, or whatever email you want to use, and create your profile and pick your movies on the actual. You can do the website or the app, whatever, one of the two. You can literally when you get to the website, you can just on your phone, you just do the little 3 dots and then do install or download as an app or home screen, and boom, there you go. Easy access to check the overs, the unders, who's winning, leaderboard, badges, all that stuff, man. It is quite impressive to see the work that Jordan put into all this. So check it out, trialbytomato.com.
Absolutely.
We've got freaking bangers starting off season 2.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about it. I'm excited about the app. We've already got people on there signing up. So get in there early, make your picks.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Gonna be a really good season 2. Season 1 has been awesome so far.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And if you're watching this episode on YouTube right now, you can see how excited Shamato is right now. He is.
That's right.
He is absolutely thrilled.
Full of emotion.
Yeah, I can tell.
Shamato with the great surprise for all of our viewers who are watching on YouTube, and he's just excited. Season 2 right around the corner. He's hoping to make a play and catch up to Jordan. He's only 4 points behind you, Jordan. So just be on the lookout. Here's what I want to know. Here's what I want to know. Are any of you going to get over the King's line?
Oof.
Because right now the King is sitting at 11th, which, it's also the King's first season. We'll give him a break. You guys are all underneath him right now. So just saying, by next week, will you guys eclipse the King's line?
I don't see it happening. I really don't. Not with these picks that I've been making.
There may need to be some extrajudicial actions if for us to get ahead of him.
Yeah. Well, yes, like Justin said, trialbytomato.com. Go make your picks for season 2. Amazing movies. Jordan said we got some bangers to start. If my memory serves correctly, that is The Odyssey and then Spider-Man Brand New Day to start out season 2. So we have another slate of 10 great movies. And go make your picks on all 10 of them. Season 2 is going to be even better than season 1. Trialbytomato.com to check it out. Okay, boys, I think it's time. I want to know, first of all 3 of you did see Toy Story 5. For straight, outright disclosure for our listeners, I did not watch it. I don't want to lead anybody astray. I will be pretty quiet. What'd you say, Shamato?
This is your disclosure day.
This is my disclosure day. The World Cup is on. Travel has picked up, and I just had no chance. But I know that it's always a great movie because literally all of them have been great movies. And once again, another Toy Story movie in the 90s on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm assuming you guys think 93 was a good score. Maybe you think it's too low. But yeah, let's start there. How'd you guys think it scored? And then you guys just go ahead and start, talking about how you felt about it.
Yeah, the score was a great score. 93, 94, 95 range. Yeah, I think it was a solid movie. Honestly, Toy Story 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 may have solidified itself as one of the greatest film franchise of all time with this. Like, how do you hit on all 5 movies, which is absolutely incredible. So, I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, it's very impressive. I don't know if any other franchise has ever done that for that many movies.
No, I don't think so. Like, I don't think there's a single other franchise that can reach that level and have no, like, outlier.
Not until John Wick makes a 5th movie.
Ooh.
Yeah, honestly, John Wick was in my mind, but even that, it's like, yes, but I think every single John Wick is still technically, like, under Toy Story, like, score-wise as well.
Yeah, I think
like,
one of them was in the 80s, too. So.
Yeah, like, I think it is, like, honestly the only one that has a chance to do that, but it is kind of crazy that that's the only real option.
Yeah, so 93, good score for you, Jordan?
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, for me, like, I get a little bit of, like, Toy Story fatigue, like, in my mind, but then when I see the movies, I actually really like them. So, like, I feel like it was a fair score.
I feel like it was more, one of the things kind of like that helped it. It was more poignant than I think that 4 was, in my mind, of like what it dealt with, the subject matter that it dealt with.
Oh, definitely.
So I feel like it kind of like, even though I do feel like we feel like after 3, it's kind of like, why there's been kind of this idea of like, why are they making these? I do think 5 was more poignant and more on the, like, on subject for what's going on right now in our lives than 4 was. So I think it was definitely felt like it had a purpose and a reason to be out there.
Yeah, it definitely hit closer to home, especially having kids, and then the argument between technology and toys, and like what is too much screen time, what is not enough play time, that kind of thing. Like, it definitely gets the wheels turning for sure. And I think it's gonna be interesting to see how our kids respond after watching this and see what they take from it.
Yeah,
like your kids didn't see it yet, right?
Tomorrow morning. Morning. Yep.
Yeah, mine didn't go see it with me. My son was like, "Well, I'll just wait till it comes out on TV." I was like, "Okay, sure." So I went and watched it by myself in the middle of the afternoon.
Surrounded by children. Yeah.
Yeah, it was loud. Yeah, I think the content of it was great.
Yeah.
Like, because it actually made me think, and like it did hit close to home, because I was like, man, like that is literally like my life right now.
Yeah.
Like my youngest is going through that phase where like technology is starting to be a thing, like screen time, Fortnite, all those things. And I'm like, I just want you to go play with the toys you have in your room.
Just be a kid.
Yeah. Less Fortnite, more fork knife.
Right, exactly.
There you go. Couldn't have said that any better myself. I will say I watched the movie last night, and so today while I'm working in my office, doors closed. My son is in the living room playing with his toys, and I hear him making machine gun noises and sword chopping, and it warmed my heart today. Especially after watching Toy Story 5. I was like, yes, you shoot that guy and slice that dude.
Do you ever watch your kid play and they don't know you're watching them, and you're just like, you're just like, what an idiot. Like, my wife and I videoed my son the other day out in the backyard by himself, and he's like, he put on like a lacrosse helmet and had a lacrosse stick and was just like running around doing God knows what. But it was,
he was slaying dragons.
He was,
man.
he was protecting the realm.
Yeah.
Bro, like father, like son, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's especially with boys. You're like, man, you're an idiot.
Yeah,
but like,
it's
the best thing in the world.
Yeah, but and I definitely think there was a lot of like really good things that they touched on in the movie. Like, I think they did a good job of kind of presenting the idea of that there needs to be balance. Like, I think they weren't 100% technology is the most awful thing in the world, but they were very much like it needs to be in moderation in how it can help and how it can hurt. And I think it dove into those ideas and those feelings, as well as like, because if you think about it, it was what allowed her to actually take her first steps out of her comfort zone, although it pushed her way further than she was comfortable with. But it was like that first opening step. It was what gave her friends in the first place, technology, But then it became too much, and then she had to figure out a way to regulate it and figure out how it was best for her, when it was a good thing and when it was a bad thing. It was the basic idea of life where like you find everything in moderation. Like you know, like anytime somebody says you shouldn't have this or you shouldn't have this, it's really, you know, like it's all about moderation and how you consume and how you deal with things.
It's funny you mentioned moderation, and Jordan was talking about Toy Story fatigue. And when you think of that, you think of like Woody and Buzz, right? Which I think this movie did a great job of kind of making them the side characters.
Oh yes,
and
100%.
let Jesse kind of take over as the lead, and allowed some of the newer characters to kind of take over as well and become the new sides. And like Woody and Buzz, they were there, that you knew them, you were familiar with them, but they were not kind of they weren't essential to the story. The story could have happened and they've not even been in the movie, and you would have been perfectly fine, like because the storyline matched and the storyline was worthy enough to carry that. But we did get to see them. We were familiar with them. They were there, and they kind of did a nice little spin with Buzz, kind of taking the damsel role in this one, which was kind of funny. Like I literally I laughed out loud when him and Jesse kiss and his leg goes up.
Yeah.
That was
That old classic move.
so funny, dude. I love that.
And I think one of the most important points of being able to move them to the side is remembering that they are no longer Andy's toys. They are Bonnie's toys. So it makes sense for the focus to move away from the cowboy and the space ranger and move and focus more on the cowgirl. Because it would makes more sense for Bonnie to be more drawn to that character. So I think it was a great way for them to kind of like, yes, it was a smart move for them to kind of pivot a little bit, but it made sense why they pivoted. It wasn't just like, oh, we're just going to stick them in the background. It made sense within the story for her to make those decisions and make the characters' choices that they did, as well as like, this is one of the first movies where we really got to see humans actually like really be characters.
That's
They
true.
were essentially just set pieces, honestly, up until like this point, except for like maybe a line here, a line there, in like 3 and 4. But for the most part, they weren't really what you consider even like fully fleshed out characters, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was cool to see that, and animals too. Like it was just like the horse looked so majestic, and you're like, wait a minute, I don't remember actually seeing besides Spike's dog.
But they had a dog too. Remember, and two.
Yeah, but it wasn't like in the foreground. It was more like, but the horse was like, I feel like right then and there.
Right there.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Dean.
Yeah, that's right, Jimmy Dean. So, but yeah, that was very good to see. Yeah, man. Overall, I had a great time watching this movie, and I'm excited. I'm excited to show the kids tomorrow. So.
Yeah, I think I was at the beginning. I was really wondering where they were going with all the other Buzz Lightyear toys.
They were selling toys because in a couple of weeks now we're probably going to see the high-tech Buzz come out, and that's exactly why it was there.
But I was like,
it was the first
how is
scene
this going
especially.
to how is this going to integrate in? And then I felt like for a little bit it was like forced.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, this is really cool.
It takes a minute to settle.
Yeah,
but once it
but
does,
I liked it. I mean, it was...
and then it made the post-credit scene hit harder, I think, because they were learning, they were toys along the way. You get the cool little tent scene where the one Buzz is like, no, I'm fine. Like gives them a thumbs up, and then at the post-credit scene, you see all the Buzzes kind of fly down to children, and they all bond together, and they create this magic with their toys.
Yeah, and I think essentially what they were trying to say is they were like kind of like bringing in, kind of like solidifying the whole idea of the movie in those Buzz Lightyears, and the fact that it is a mix of both technology and the play version of the toys, all in this one toy, showing just like, really getting it down to the fact that these things can work in conjunction. Was kind of like the kind of entire idea of technology and play toys can be used hand in hand. And they were kind of the ultimate example of how both technology and the play toys can both coexist.
I really liked, I'm not sure if this was in the other ones because for some reason, I just don't remember 4 that well, but the scenes where they were like doing make-believe.
Yeah, the play scenes, yeah.
Oh, yes, yeah. Yeah, it's
literally
like
awesome artwork.
I think it might be literally, well, the drawing style was new.
Yeah, okay.
That was new, and honestly, I loved it because it looked like a child had drawn it with a
yeah.
crayon. They did have play scenes. This is the very first scene of Toy Story 1 is a play scene. It's the bank robbery scene.
That's right.
But like it's usually different than the drawing style that they did in this one.
Yeah, I thought it was a really nice touch. It helped you kind of like actually get into the scene and be like, okay, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. The art style was awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, any other thoughts? Any other highlights? Any other things you guys want to mention about Toy Story 5?
I mean, hey, it's a great movie. It deserves the 90 score. I mean, if you're having your doubts and you're like Toy Story fatigue, like Jordan said, or you're just tired of seeing Woody and Buzz, I think you should take this podcast and go see the movie. Like we're telling you to go see the movie. Like you need to. It's a really good movie. The message is good. I teared up a little bit in one scene. It definitely pulls on the heartstrings for sure. So yeah, definitely.
See, I heard there was a lot of tears. I mean,
I'd say only like the one by the tree was the one gut punch.
Yeah, one by the tree was the gut punch, and then there was one where you started to kind of it was like a happy cry kind of, but tears didn't really form as hard for me, but I could see it. I could see that happening with a lot of the people.
Yeah, because you're just a man. You don't cry.
That's what I tell myself in the mirror, at least.
Yeah.
I did laugh out loud, like you said, multiple times.
Oh yeah,
because I just thought a lot of the comedy was really funny.
Yeah.
So
anything with the smarty pants.
Yes.
Yeah.
The toilet learning
Yes.
electronic. Oh my
Yes,
God.
was hilarious.
yeah.
And then when he saw her come out of the bathroom for the first time, he's like, she doesn't need me anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, was that a number 1 or number 2? Like, it was hysterical.
Yeah, it was phenomenal.
And the one joke where he's like, to kill time, you can play the game where you got to push the buttons on number 1 or number 2 to touch the poop or whatever. And Jesse's like, I'm never going to play that game. And then literally it's like 6 hours went by and she did nothing but play the game.
Yeah, like
It was like Dance Dance Revolution.
DDR. Yeah, that's really what it was at that moment.
Yeah. Phenomenal gag.
Was it Conan?
Yeah, Conan
Yes.
was.
Yeah, it was Conan O'Brien.
I did not.
Right.
I didn't really pick up on that until the end of the movie.
Yeah, I didn't see it until the credits.
Yeah, me either.
Insane. I'll take it.
Toy Story 5, again, the most potentially successful in terms of Rotten Tomato scores franchise that has 5 movies or more. Again, I think it'll probably never be beaten in that regard, unless we are all just idiots and there's something we're not thinking of. There's some obscure, franchise that we don't know.
Over 3 movies, and 4 and 5. Obviously, Lord of the Rings, 3 movies, fantastic, incredible franchise. But it's when you push it to the 4 and 5, that's what's making this impressive. Is that there's 5 movies
that all hit.
Yeah, it's not 3. You can do a trilogy good. Lord of the Rings, I'm looking at you that's phenomenal.
The original Star Wars.
Yeah,
there are attempts. You could even say that about the Dark Knight trilogy. Things like that. There's been 3, but it's really, really hard to hit, especially because there's just the natural arc that happens when you have 3 movies. When you try to move on to other subjects or different storylines, that can become difficult.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's been good talking about it with you guys. Big shout out to all of our listeners. Thanks for tuning in and listening to our discussion on Toy Story 5. And, of course, thank you for taking part in Trial by Tomato. Once again, Season 2 right around the corner. Go to trialbytomato.com and get your picks in for that. With all that in mind, for my good friends, Sandy, Shamato, and of course, the landlord, Jordan Mosley, this is T-Roll saying thank you so much for listening to the Royal Geek Podcast. We will see you next time, you peasants.